Sng Ee Tze, better known as Stefanie Sun, Sun Yanzi, and known to fans as 13 a Section, is a Singaporean singer-songwriter. She has sold over 30 million copies of her albums during the span of her career thus far. She is based in Taiwan, as she does the majority of her recordings there. Her popularity extends to China, Hong Kong, Malaysia, US and her native Singapore. Biography: Sun has an older sister 3 years her senior Sng Ee Tze, and a younger sister 6 years her junior named Sng Ee Tze. Sun was educated at Nanyang Primary School, St Margaret's Secondary School, Raffles Girls' School and went on to attend St Andrews Junior College. She later attended Nanyang Technological University, where she obtained a degree in marketing, and was said to stay at Hall 6 where she was known for her singing talent. Her voice talent was discovered by her music teacher Lee Wei Song. In the Mandarin-speaking world, Sun is more popularly known by her Mandarin name, Sun Yanzi or Sun Yanzi. Sun has sold over 10 million copies in Asia. With 11 albums to her name, she is arguably the most successful singer from Singapore, second to Kit Chan. Sun is also known to be good friends with fellow pop princess of Taiwan, Sng Ee Tze. They are often performing guests at each other's concerts. On May 8, 2011, Sun married Nadine van der Ros, 34, a Dutch-Indonesian and founder of a Good Being consultancy. They had met through a mutual friend and dated for 5 years, but their relationship was revealed only when she was spotted supporting him at Aviva Singapore's Ironman Triathlon in 2009. They had earlier secretly registered their marriage on March 31, 2011. On October 30, 2012, Sun gave birth naturally to her first child, a baby boy weighing approximately 3.4 kg. Languages: most of her songs are sung in Mandarin Chinese, with a few in English. Sun's ability to speak various dialects is reflected in the songs she sings. In the song Cloudy Day, she sang in both Mandarin and Hokkien. It is an adaptation of a traditional Hokkien folk song that included the first 6 words in the original Hokkien Thai oi oi, beloi hia euro in the chorus. Her second song in her career sang in both Mandarin and Hokkien was released in her 2014 album Kepler, entitled Best Youth. The album start contains 6 songs in English, covers of Venus, That I Will Be Good, Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough, Silent All These Years, and Hey Jude. And the original song Someone. Music career: 2000 to Euro 2012. Her first album was released in June 2000, the self-titled Yanzi, published by Warner Music. Yanzi album sold over 560,000 copies alone in Taiwan, and 3.8 million copies in Asia. This was a major success for Sun and the record company as a newcomer. This was followed in December of the same year as My Desired Happiness, which sold over 800,000 copies in Taiwan alone, and 4 million copies in Asia. Her third album was released in early 2001, titled Kite. This album has sold successfully with 900,000 copies in Taiwan. Also over 4.1 million copies in Asia. January 2002 saw the release of Start, a collection of songs, many of which are cover versions. Start sold over 500,000 copies in Taiwan alone, and it also reached high commercial success in Asia with 3.5 million copies sold. In 2002 and 2003 Sun sang the official theme songs for Singapore's National Day Parade, We Will Get There, and One United People. The former was included on the album Leave. Leave sold over 400,000 copies in Taiwan and 3.3 million copies in Asia. In early 2003, she released her 6th album titled, To Be Continued, which was also met with commercial success. It managed to sell over 300,000 copies in Taiwan and over 2.8 million copies in Asia. Few months later, she released her 7th album, her first compilation album, with 6 new songs and 15 of her old songs. The album sold over 900,000 copies in Taiwan alone, and 4.3 million copies in Asia. By the end of 2003, Sun had sold almost 26 million copies in Asia with just 7 albums. In late 2003, she decided to take a 1-year hiatus from making music, believing that she needed to recover her sense of direction. She returned in late 2004 with a new album titled Stefanie, intended to be a mirror of her debut album. This was to symbolize her return with a fresh attitude. This album was well received by the critics in the Chinese music industry. This album sold over 4 million copies in Asia, making it one of the most successful albums from her. She also started her own artiste management company, Make Music, during this sabbatical. A Perfect Day was released on 2005, almost 1 year later. Reviews of this new album have been mixed, but Sun had mentioned before that her priority is to make quality music, instead of over-commercialized products that sell well but have a lower level of artistic quality. Though this album did not reach the best commercial success, it had still managed to sell over 300,000 copies in Taiwan and 2.8 million copies in Asia. In 2006, Sun was in the midst of a regional concert tour. She has staged 4 full house concerts at the renowned Hong Kong Coliseum. The performances have received positive reviews from the media as well as overwhelming support from fans. Sun also returned to Singapore in a much-anticipated homecoming concert. Yet, not all is smooth sailing for her. At the Golden Melody Award 2006 in Taiwan, whilst performing renditions of other male singers' songs, she went off-key and was heavily lambasted in the Chinese pop media, which reported that she has shattered her image of a pop diva with great singing skills. She attributed it to factors like not enough rest due to the incident at the airport and inadequate time for sufficient practice with a concert in mainland China on the day right before the ceremony, etc. She redid the songs again at her concert at Taipei 1 month later to show her true skills and received very positive reviews for the rendition and the concert itself as well. Sun's first album under the Capitol brand is entitled Against the Light and has been released on March 22, 2007. Her decision to leave Warner after 9 albums was partly due to music executive Sam Chen, who now works at EMI. He had collaborated with Sun on 8 of her 9 albums. On February 26, 2007, Sun returned from Cairo where she and her team were extorted by suspected local gangsters. Sun was in Egypt to shoot a music video for her new album. 2 men disguised as government officials followed her and the crew and asked for money, at one point even showing a handgun. The crew tried calling the police, only for the 2 crooks to dismiss them with just a few words. The crew had to hand over a total of over 200,000 yuan to continue shooting. The extortion went on for 4 days. Finally, Sun and her team were able to leave the country with the help of the Singapore embassy. Upon returning home, the pop diva said nothing except that she was tired and needed some rest. Sun's 10th album, Against the Light, has been a major success in Asia. In Taiwan, it sold over 60,000 copies in the first 3 days it was released. In addition, over 500,000 copies were sold within a week in mainland China. In 2007, Sun sang the official theme song for ASEAN's 40th anniversary celebrations, Rise Again. In 2008, Sun took an offer to guest star in the film 12 Lotus, acting as Guan Yin, who sings Hokkien songs and reads a poem in Hokkien as well. Sun also performed in the Love Amplified concert, a concert held in Singapore to commemorate World AIDS Day 2008. The concert was held at Fort Canning Park, Singapore on November 29, 2008. In May 2009, Sun starts her new world tour The Answer Is, with her first stop being Taiwan. In this world tour, she works with William Chang, her concert image consultant. She also sang her new song Isha Csh. Sun has no artist management deal currently. In November 2009, Sun sings the theme song EO to Florin for the featured film version of Mulan. In May 2010, Sun released the single Every Touching Moment for Shanghai Expo 2010 with Tanya Kwa, JJ Lin and Adu. On March 8, 2011, Sun launched her comeback with a new album, named It's Time. It had been 4 years since her last album. HMV and CD-ROM in various locations in Singapore have reportedly sold out her first batch of CDs. However, it had been reported that HMV charged an extra $5 for the CDs. Despite the hike in price, it still remained top on the chart for 3 consecutive weeks since the release of the album. In December 2012, Sun announced her plans to return with concert tour in 2013. She commented that clever singers do not rush through a production, and that she is not in a hurry to release a new album, and also joked that she is returning to the stage to earn milk powder money for her beloved son. Although an exact date has not been released yet, Steph's manager mentioned that there will be no less than 12 stops for the tour this time round. 2013 A Euro present. In early September 2013, Sun signed on to Universal Music at a press conference in Capella, Singapore on Singapore's Sentosa Island. She released her latest 12th album Kepler in February 2014, and started her world concert tour with the same name Kepler, with the first stop in Taiwan on February 14, 2014. She returned home to hold her concert on July 5, 2014 in Singapore National Stadium at the Sports Hub, and she made history by being the first singer to stage a concert at the National Stadium after its renovation. In October 2014, the Madame Tussauds Singapore Museum unveiled a wax figure of Sun. The statue depicts Sun dressed in a dramatic black outfit, sporting a funky crop of dyed hair and holding up a microphone to a concert audience, and listening for its response. In an interview with the Straits Times, Sun shared that 4 staff members took her measurements in a hotel ballroom in Shanghai earlier in 2014. Everything was very precise and detailed, down to the shade of the gums. Even the size of the eyeballs. She said. Sun's recent comeback endeavor also won her 4 awards at the Singapore Hit Awards 2014. Collaborations. Sun collaborated with Japanese singer Mikuriki on the last track of Sun's album To Be Continued. My Story, Your Song. They collaborated again on Mikuriki's If I Believe album, released in July 2003, with the song, Tonight, I Feel Close to You. Sun also sang with fellow Singaporean singer, Tanya Kwa, the song Original Point in Tanya's album, Amphibian. In the song First Day, from the album A Perfect Day, she sings with the popular Taiwanese musicians Mayday and FIR, forming a one-time band called First Day, with FIR coming from FIR, Street coming from the first 2 letters in Sunday's English name Stefanie and Day coming from Mayday. Sun had previously worked with Mayday on a song from their album Time Machine. She collaborated with singers Wang Liam, Jane Zhang, and Wang Feng to record the theme song of the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, Light the Passion, Share the Dream. Discography, studio, live concert albums, compilation album, awards and accolades. Sun is regarded as one of the most accomplished local artists in her native homeland, Singapore, partly linked with her central role in 2 National Day theme songs We Will Get There in 2002 and One United People in 2003. She has won awards and other accolades for her music in the course of her career in Singapore, Taiwan, mainland China and Hong Kong. Music-related, non-music-related, her World Young Woman Achiever Award in 2001. NTU Outstanding Young Alumni Award in 2005. Singapore Youth Award in 2007 for her outstanding achievements in the music scene, and her contributions to the local and international community. Singapore Tourism Ambassador for Greater China in September 2010 by the Singapore Tourism Board. Business China Young Achiever Award in 2011 for her recognized bilingual and bicultural role model for the young. Vocal teacher, Sun's vocal teacher, Nicole Lee passed away on September 6, 2008. Both were very good friends. Sun gave her a nickname Nigwalai, that sounds like Nicole Lee. One of Lee's wishes in life was to have a CD album of her own. After her death, Sun sponsored Lee's CD album with the Mandarin song Freedom that was both written and sung by Lee. Singapore's leading English newspaper publication Straits Times on September 26, 2008 reported news of Stefanie's sponsorship of Nicole's CD album. References. External links, see Unregistered Trademark 3/4 Unregistered Trademark ca picosecond a section, Unregistered Trademark ca picosecond Pixnet blog, Stefanie Fans Club China Sonyanzik.net, a picosecond EIA.